is a really interesting character because he is a deity of ages long past. He is, of course, the ferryman of the underworld in Greek mythos.
In mythology, it's a guide for the souls of the dead. They used to bury the dead with one coin in their mouth to pay their toll to Charon.
Being able to pay the toll will allow you to pass go off to the underworld, enjoy the rest of your afterlife.
I think he's always been like really requested. When you think underworld, you think Hades, you think Charon.
The first thing that we do in our design process is we kind of go through the themes of the character and do some research on their lore and their mythos.
Okay, what should this god do? We have all this idea of who the god is, what it's gonna be, and like we've got mood boards of this is what we kind of want the god to look like.
Typically when you hear about Charon, he's usually this frail, old, decrepit man who's guiding a boat along. We definitely wanted to give him some of those spooky death vibes, but we also wanted to kind of shift up the narrative a little bit on what Charon could be in SMITE. We wanted to make him feel unique as a SMITE character.
Weaving a god's lore into their effects is something that we kind of get to do uniquely on SMITE that other games don't really get to do.
He was always very stoic and very just sort of stiff. We had to try to find ways to break him out of that sort of character every now and then. You'll see a couple of animations where we were able to kind of show a little bit more personality with him.
Charon has a couple of elements that make him really unique as a character, whether that's the boat, water, death, soul, spirits. Figuring out where those pieces lay really helped figure out what kind of theming, what kind of visuals that we needed to plant in these different spots within his kit.
I think he's a very intuitive character when you're playing him. He very early on felt kind of right at home with the rest of the roster. I think he fits his role very well, which is awesome.
Regardless of whether he's on his boat all the time or like his ultimate is some kind of boat thing, the boat was always going to be there.
So how do we actually do this within scope? What kind of animations is he going to need? What kind of effects is he going to need? How is modeling going to handle this?
He was definitely unique because he had to pretty much do everything from that boat. We had to make sure that his animations were consistent from one to the next, as far as like just the general sway of the boat, you know, the ebb and flow of how it kind of bobs up and down in the water.
The souls in the water and the river Styx is kind of like the big thing we could pull from. So when you're looking at that ultimate wave, if you look closely, you're going to notice there's a river of souls running through it. And anywhere you look in the kit, little souls going around the boat, and just like looking into the water, you'll be able to catch some neat and fine-tuned stuff that Andrew was able to get in there.
Everybody who's working on it is very passionate about making sure that we're bringing new experiences into the game and constantly kind of evolving the foundation that we currently have. It takes a lot of work and a lot of dedication, but I'm definitely proud of everybody who's working on it, and ultimately we all hope that everybody's enjoying it and having fun.
Our teams really did a fantastic job in working through those problems and coming up with really, really cool solutions to them.
We just hope you guys enjoy them, and we had a lot of fun working on them, and hopefully you'll have fun playing them.
I'm really excited for you guys to get a hand on them. The team and Andrew specifically worked super hard getting him working and putting a lot of love into his effects. So I hope that you guys like him as much as we do.
I really hope people enjoy him, honestly. Really cool, spooky skeleton man, and I hope everybody resonates with that.
You know, there's some times where you're kind of working on a character and you don't quite know if the flow is going to work. But I think with Charon very early, he had pretty wide reception, and the flow for the character just feels really good. So definitely proud of Lermy and Nate for really driving that home.
I think that a lot of players are really going to enjoy being able to kind of zoom around because he really is focused on a lot of that mobility, moving the souls around, as you might say. So I'm hoping to see some really cool clips of you guys playing him, and I hope that you enjoy him. But there was a very famous datamine post that was speculating that it was actually Charon getting released instead of Chiron because of a spelling mistake.
There was a faction of the community that was like, I thought this was going to be the ferryman, and we're disappointed. I hope they're happy now.